Megan.
I'm Ciera.
And I'm Maggie.
And we're from the Gymnastics too.
Welcome to TC Tuesday.
Today we are going to be doing gymnastics DIYs that everybody should try.
So a couple of these DIYs are just for decor, some are for your practice and daily needs. I think that we have a lot of cool ideas for you guys to try out. Also, we got some shirts that we showed them 2 weeks ago. And they're not for sale. If you want, you can go ahead and click the I, and it'll take you to our website so you can check them out if you want. Very cool shirts.
And very soft, I like
Yeah.
Also, we are close to 900,000 subscribers. How many are we away? Like
20,000 away.
Yeah. So
you guys wow.
We get there by May 29th, which is totally possible. We just gotta keep going on the pace we're going.
Then we are going
to be posting two
videos a week
over the summer.
Yeah. So also, we don't say this that much, but if you guys don't follow us on social media, our links are always in the description, like all of our accounts. So if you don't follow us, then check those out. So let's go ahead and get started with the video.
The first DIY is going to be tie-dye wristbands. So obviously if you have grips, you usually need wristbands to wear underneath. So we're going to show you how you can make your own and personalize them. So we're going to be using this tie-dye. Obviously you can buy whatever tie-dye kit you want, and you're going to want to follow those specific instructions. You're also going to need long white socks, and then you're going to cut the tube off of the sock to use as the wristband. This is the part where you can kind of get creative and do whatever design you want. We decided to roll up the sock and then kind of squish it down as best as we could. And then we took 3 rubber bands and put that on each side, kind of like you do for the typical shirt tie-dye. We just tried making it work on the sock. Again, you're going to want to follow along with your specific tie-dye kit, but we let ours sit for 8 to 12 hours in plastic bags, and then we took them out, and this is what they looked like. Also, I will say right now that most of the color for some reason ended up washing out, and I'm not sure why, because I don't think we messed up on any of the instructions. I'm not sure if we had the right fabric or something, but unfortunately they did end up mostly blue, as you saw in the title of the tie-dye wristbands. So hopefully you have better luck tie-dyeing, because this would honestly look so cool, but they still did look cool anyways. I just wish they would have had it in more rainbow color like I was expecting. Once your wristbands are completely dry, you can take the unfinished edge and fold it inside. You can either hot glue or just leave it and it should stay in place fine, and that way you have 2 finished edges on both sides. And that is the finished wristband. For this next DIY, you're going to need markers, 2 cubes, and stencils are optional. So we found our styrofoam cubes at Hobby Lobby. You can use whatever cube-shaped object you can find that won't break when you roll it on the ground. Whatever craft store you have near you should have something that should work. We ended up doing stencils for the numbers, and you're just going to want to pick any numbers for each 6 sides, so when you roll it, you can choose whatever numbers you want to put on them. And then for the second block, you're going to want to put different exercises. So we did push-ups for some, sit-ups for some, and that way when you roll the dice, you can have what exercise and how many of them to do, so you can use this for conditioning at practice or at home. When we were using the stencils, they took a little bit longer, so we just ended up writing the exercises in normal handwriting and not with stencils, and it kind of was easier, so I'd recommend that instead of using stencils unless you want it to look nicer. My favorite DIY is going to be a trophy room decor. So what you basically want to do, you can kind of tell just by looking at it, you're just going to take whatever trophies you want and spray paint them one solid color. You actually probably could do different colors, which would look really cool if you did like ombre. We did one real trophy of ours that didn't really have a whole lot of meaning. You can use whatever trophy you want. We also have a swimming one, if you notice. It's definitely not a gymnastics one, but our sister let us spray paint that. And we also bought a fake plastic one from Party City, so if you don't want to use any of your actual trophies, you can definitely just get fake ones and spray paint those. Make sure that you're careful when using spray paint and not to get it in any spots that you're not supposed to, and I'd recommend doing it outside. And also make sure you leave enough time for it to dry, because you don't want to bring it inside and have it accidentally fall over and it not be dry, because then that'd be a mess. Here's how they turned out, and I am in love with them. I think they look so good. Our last DIY is going to be turning a small leotard, or one that you don't wear anymore, into a grip bag. So So you're going to need a leotard, a glue gun, or maybe sewing materials, and then scissors as well. You're going to want to start off by taking the body part of the leotard and then cutting that off. You want as much fabric as possible for this, so make sure you go all the way to the bottom as far as you can, cutting that off, and then also do the same when you're cutting the top off. Next, you're going to want to choose a side to be the bottom and then flip the leotard inside out, and then you're going to either hot glue or sew along the edge, so that way when you turn it back to the other side, you can get a clean edge. It's also optional. You can hem the top if you want to make it have a finished edge, but I chose not to just because I didn't really care that much. Then you're going to want to start making slits going up and down in the leotard on the top. Looking back after we finish the project, I think making more would definitely make it look like a more finished product, so make as many slits as you can. Then you're going to want to take an extra string of fabric or any other fabric. We just took another part of the leotard that we had, and then you're going to want to loop this through all of the holes. And then once you loop it all the way through, you can tie it in a bow, so then you can have a secure spot for your grips to stay in.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and comment down below your favorite DIY that we did.
Also subscribe if you haven't.
Because, you know, subscribe.
Also, since it is TC Tuesday, that means there's a new TC2 crew member of the week. This week's TC2 crew member is...
If you guys want a chance to be the next TC2 crew member, all you have to do is hashtag TC2 crew member on a picture of you doing cheer or gymnastics on Instagram. I hope you guys liked this video, and we'll see you in our next one. Bye!